Greetings everyone, this is Force Nature coming at you with your juicy update. As most of you know by now, a bunch of Japanese fighting game developers are going to be putting together what's called a Japanese Fighting Game Publishers Roundtable on August 1st, 9 a.m. Japanese Standard Time. So that would end up being 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on July 31st, or 5 p.m. Pacific Time if you're on the West Coast, for instance. The developers featured include Koei Tecmo, Bandai Namco, Arc System Works, Capcom, SNK, and Eureka, the developer of Fighting EX Lair. The directors and producers to be featured at this roundtable, such as Shimbori, Okubo, Harada, Oda, Daisuke, just to name a few, will be speaking about essentially the future of their fighting games and likely will be revealing stuff. I went over all the directors and producers' names fully back in the previous video, and right now I will apologize if I completely butchered any of the names. Japanese is not a primary language of mine, and yes, it can be challenging to speak properly, so again, I apologize if anyone was offended by me butchering the hell out of a lot of their names. Since the roundtable is going to be happening really soon, I will post links to numerous YouTube channels including Dead or Alive's, Tekken's, Capcom Fighterz, Arc System Works, and I'm afraid that SoulCalibur doesn't have a YouTube that will be featured in the stream. And I'll also link you to DOA's primary Twitter, Doa called DoaTech, and one of the Bandai Namco Twitters. In fact, if you haven't done so already, go hop onto these Twitters and essentially post the questions that you would like to hear addressed at the roundtable. And I know it's Twitter, but just as a recommendation, try to be respectful to the developers because, well, there are people behind the Twitter accounts, and essentially this is a really good opportunity to try and get some relatively serious questions answered and addressed, and it is honestly it's pretty cool that the Japanese fighting game developers are doing this. But even though I know that with EVO being cancelled, they kind of have to do something. For example, with regards to my main games, Dead or Alive 6 and SoulCalibur 6, this is what I said with regards to Dead or Alive 6. Is a Dead or Alive 6 Ultimate being produced, preferably for the incoming next-gen consoles, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, and for a future Dead or Alive 6 or future DOA release, such as DOA 7, would GGPO rollback netcode get implemented? With regards to SoulCalibur 6, I straight up asked, will SoulCalibur 6 be receiving a Season 3? So that means after, obviously, they finish Season 2, which please finish Season 2. And what is the future of SoulCalibur as an esport? Because SoulCalibur is supposed to have a world tour this year, which got heavily derailed due to the coronavirus pandemic. Also, I asked, is a SoulCalibur 7 possibly being in production? Or, if they're not doing a Season 3, for instance. And same with Dead or Alive 6, and basically any Japanese fighting game. I asked here, would a future SoulCalibur iteration or release receive GGPO rollback netcode? And I'm going to ask that of every Japanese fighting game developer. And I basically want real rollback, not whatever the hell Street Fighter V's rollback is. Just for a little background going into the round table, I'll also let you know that Guilty Gear Strive has been confirmed to have a new character trailer being revealed at it. And Capcom already has announced that the Street Fighter V will be seeing an official Season 5. That was back in May, so you'll probably see some more details with regards to that. Tekken 7 doesn't actually currently have any news, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be receiving a Season 4. And, especially with how well that game's been doing. With regards to Dragonball Fighterz, it is currently going through Season 3, and it's supposed to have up to 5 characters being added. So far, 2 characters have already been revealed, Kefla and Ultra Instinct Goku, so maybe you'll get some more news with regards to who the rest are. SNK recently revealed that Samurai Shodown would be receiving a free DLC character. That character's name is Gong Sun Lee, which is a character from the popular mobile game called Honor of Kings, and she'll be coming free of charge on August 5th. Isn't she cute and kawaii? And I'm very certain that we're probably going to be receiving some KOF 15 news because so far, SNK has given us very little with regard to that game. And now with regards to SoulCalibur 6, I'm pretty certain that Namco's will reveal who the next 2 characters are who shall remain nameless. It's just a question of when will we be receiving them, because we ended up getting Haomar months ago, right at the end of March. And with regards to Dead or Alive 6, alright, so Koei Tecmo ended and announced the ending of DOA 6's support back in April of 2020. Dead or Alive has technically received small patches here and there, but yes, it hasn't received any physical new content or anything like that. However, I will remind you back to December 2017 at NEC 18 when Dead or Alive 5 Last Round's support was announced to be ended. And what ended up happening 6 months later, Dead or Alive 6 ended up getting announced at E3 of 2018. So, basically, yes, I mean, I don't want to get my hopes up. And honestly, for this roundtable, you should really probably keep your expectations somewhat low, just so you don't get like super disappointed. But honestly, if there's any good time to kind of announce like a Dead or Alive 6 Ultimate or a Dead or Alive kind of follow-up of any sort, now would be a good time. As always, if you like this video, smash that like button. If you didn't like this video, just hit the like button anyway, and don't forget to subscribe for more juicy fighting game content. If you'd like to support this channel, feel free to join Top Tier Fighters to support this help, and I do appreciate it. Anyways, this is Force Nature signing off. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you at the round table. Have a good one.